Tonight's bedtime story is inspired by the true story of JOAN of ARC, told gently for young hearts and sleepy minds. Long, long ago, in the quiet countryside of France, there lived a simple farm girl named JOAN. She lived in a tiny village called Domremy, where the fields were green, the sheep grazed peacefully, and church bells rang softly in the morning air. JOAN was not a princess. She did not wear silk dresses. She wore plain clothes and helped her father in the fields. But JOAN had something special. She listened, not just with her ears, but with her heart. At that time, France was tired and afraid. There was a long war called the 100 Years' War. Soldiers marched across lands, villages were frightened, and many people had lost hope. One warm afternoon, when JOAN was about 13 years old, she was sitting gently, quietly in her father's garden. The sun felt golden on her face. The wind moved gently through the trees. And then she heard a voice. It was not loud. It was not frightening. It was calm and bright, like sunlight in her chest. The voice told her that France needed courage, that the prince, called the Dauphin, needed help, that she, a simple farm girl, must help him become king. JOAN blinked. She looked around. There was no one there. She wondered if she had imagined it, but the voice came again in the days that followed, gentle, kind, and brave. It told her, "Do not be afraid." Now imagine that, little one, being just a teenage girl and believing you were meant to help save a whole country. JOAN was afraid, but she was also brave. And sometimes being brave simply means doing what is right, even when your knees shake. So at 16, JOAN did something unbelievable. She left her village. She cut her hair short like a soldier's. She put on simple armor and traveled across dangerous land to meet the Dauphin, whose name was Charles. When she arrived at his castle, the guards laughed. "This is the girl who says she will save France," they whispered, but JOAN stood tall. She told Charles that he would become king and that she would help lead his army to victory. Now, Charles was unsure. How could a farm girl lead soldiers? But JOAN spoke with such calm certainty that he began to believe her. And so, something extraordinary happened. JOAN was given armor, not shining like fairy tale knights, but strong and real. She carried a white banner instead of a sword. On it were holy symbols and the word Jesus. She said she preferred her banner because it reminded her why she was fighting, not for glory, but for peace. Soon, she rode with the French army towards a city called Orleans, which had been under siege for months. The soldiers were tired. The people were hungry. Hope was fading like the last light of day. But when Joan arrived, something changed. She did not shout. She did not boast. She simply said, "Be courageous. God is with us." And somehow, the soldiers felt stronger. Within days, the siege was lifted. Orleans was free. The people cheered. Bells rang. Tears of joy filled the streets. And little farm girl Joan, she smiled quietly, because her mission was not about fame, it was about faith. Soon after, Charles was crowned King Charles VII in a grand cathedral. Joan stood nearby, holding her white banner. She had kept her promise. But bedtime stories, even gentle ones, sometimes have sad chapters. As the war continued, Joan was captured by enemies. She was taken far from home and placed in a cold prison cell. Many people were afraid of her courage. They put her on trial, asking her trick questions, trying to make her say she was wrong. But Joan remained calm. She said, "I trust God," even when she was scared, even when she was alone. In the year 1431, when Joan was only 19 years old, she was sentenced to death. It sounds very sad, and it is. But here is what makes her story shine like a star in the night sky. Even in her final moments, she did not speak with anger. She forgave. She prayed. She held onto her faith. Years later, people realized she had been treated unfairly. Her name was cleared, and many years after that, she was honored as a saint. Today, the Roman Catholic Church recognizes her as Saint Joan. But more than titles, more than armor, more than battles, Joan's true strength was this: she listened to the quiet voice in her heart, and she followed it with courage. So when you lie in your bed tonight and the world feels big and sometimes confusing, remember this farm girl from long ago. You don't have to be loud to be powerful. You don't have to be grown to be brave. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is listen to the good voice inside you. The wind outside your window may whisper like the fields of France. The stars may shine like little lanterns of hope. And somewhere in history, a brave young girl reminds you, even the smallest light can guide a nation. Now, close your eyes, breathe slowly, and dream brave dreams. Have a wonderful night rest.